carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's the Kansas Jayhawks and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Jayhawks head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Jayhawks ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Lawrence. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Wildcats offense will take the field first. Last time these two got together, Kansas got to wave the weed in jubilation and took the Sunflower Showdown in a classic.
That was big for them on the field, and David, it was big for them off the field too, because these two programs oftentimes are trying to recruit the same players in high school and through the portal. So Kansas winning that one was massive. We'll see what happens today.
And a lot of rock, chalk, Jayhawk. The Jayhawk fans were jacked up to win this rivalry. They're usually the underdog. They don't win it as much as the other side. So last year was a big statement for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Jayhawks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now on the option. Now the toss. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move and looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying the left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory. He jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now in.
He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down there. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Might be changing the route. Might as well stick with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. There he goes. Open it up. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Here's a heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hauls it in with one hand. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But, man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. And the Jayhawks, they got to fix that. They got to get that rectified, Palmer, because the Wildcats, year after year, they're continuing to find ways to win this matchup.
And these are 2 great fan bases for years. And we've loved our time whenever we visit Lawrence or you visit Manhattan. The nicest fans, but they're passionate fans as well, especially when they meet up in this rivalry game.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Jayhawks are threatening in the red zone. Handoff from the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've jumped on top right out of the gate, trying to add to a 17-7 lead. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll stop it for a moment here as there's an injured Kansas State Wildcat down on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Firing to the right, complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Knocked down for the tackle. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Right on the money. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still... Well, short of that first down marker, it'll be 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, here on the Kansas State sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
A run for the quarterback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Can't get him to the ground. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Motion from the wideout. Give to the back. and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Porter. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a tight end down the gut. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give on the inside. Got some room headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Number 98, set to kick this one.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Works the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Jayhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
Kansas. Number 98, set to kick off.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. That's their freshman starting wide receiver, and we hope he's not out of the game too long. Holly will keep an eye on things for us. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive.
Could be an alley. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the grab.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. Fights off a defender. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Punt is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. We were asked a 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Right back to it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. Working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Throwing right. He makes a catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really fit.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Timeout taken here, second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Gets it into the end zone.